My God sighting this week has been just the overwhelming amount of welcoming that the Nicaraguans have had for us, as well as the thankfulness and the appreciation that they have shown for the way that we do things, and the fact that we just share the same love and speak the same language of loving kids and following Jesus.
One of my God sightings from this week was just honestly watching the leaders here and how they love their kids and listening to them talk about Jesus. It was just really, really cool, and you could definitely tell just the way that God is working in Esteli. And also just the fact that we were able to create really cool relationships with all of them and have cool conversations with them even though we don't speak the same language.
My God sighting from this week was seeing how the Nicaraguans loved us and showed us what it really means to invite someone in and make them really feel welcome.
I saw the Lord when at camp we got to go to a labyrinth in the dark, and I feel like we got to go right at the right when we had a little bit of information about school being canceled, and everyone was a little bit worried and didn't have a lot of information. And I remember being pretty anxious on the way there in the dark when I didn't know where we were going. And we got a Bible verse as we walked into the labyrinth that was kind of random. And the one that I picked was Isaiah 41:10, "Fear not, for I am with you." And it just I really heard the Lord speaking to me, saying that I don't have to be afraid, especially in that moment. And also just the metaphor of the labyrinth, like we walk with Jesus and Jesus is our path and the cross is the ultimate destination.
My favorite place that I saw Jesus this week was our last night at La Finca, which is the Young Life camp here in Nicaragua. We were around a bonfire and we were singing Reckless Love with our Nicaraguan friends, and our friend Juan Carlo was playing, and he played the first verse in English and he played the second verse in Spanish, and then the last time he was playing the chorus he said in English, and someone said los dos, which means both. And so we got the privilege of singing in English and in Spanish with our new friends. And when you consider like the Tower of Babel, it's not just friendship, it's a reconciling of God's people and of the kingdom. And it was such a beautiful picture of the way that God's love works to bring people together.
I know without a doubt that God is real because I feel like I have seen big picture the way that God works in two cultures. When I'm at home, I go into the schools, I show up for kids, I go and do all these things so I can walk alongside of them in their lives. And I came here thinking that they would do things completely differently, and they don't. They show up to basketball courts, they go to their kids' schools, they eat meals together, they laugh together, they walk alongside their kids together, and it's the same. And if God is working in this completely separate place, the same way that He's working in my life back in Boone, North Carolina, then that is something bigger than me, and there's no denying that.